How long do you veg for before flipping to flower?
5 weeks, 6 weeks. I try to get it past that regressive state. I heard somebody talking about, maybe it was Romulan Jake, from Romulan Genetics. He was talking about if you don't wait at least 6 weeks, the herm traits kind of like try to show themselves a little bit earlier, and it's more of I forgot the word he used. So ever since that, I've started looking at the time because before I was terrible. Before I started getting into the community, I just did it. I didn't keep track of anything. I mean, I didn't know what day I planted anything. I don't know. I just went off the microscope on the trichomes. I don't know when I flipped it to flower. So now that I've started watching, people that know what they're doing that do this for a living, I keep track of things. And come to find out, I've been flipping, into flower about 4.5 to week 5, and I was having herm issues, and I didn't understand why. So then I stretched it out to the 6 weeks and flipped it into flower 5.5, 6 weeks, and I have no more of those issues. So I don't know what it is, and it was not with every plant, but it kind of made sense what he was saying once I put into perspective what I deal with and what I see. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's a strange one. I never heard that one before. So 5 weeks would be 35 days at the minimum. Well, that's about what I'm doing. I try to do 30 is my goal because I grow smaller plants, as I believe you know. So I try to do a short veg and flip to flower fast. But typically I will go 35, 40 days in veg at the minimum, and then upwards of 60, 70 days in veg if I'm trying to grow a kind of bigger plant. But yeah, I've never heard that before as far as if you flip to flower too soon, that you're more likely to get a plant that shows intersex traits.
Yes, and it like I said, I compared my old stuff to what I'm doing since I started keeping track of everything, and it does seem to be a thing. I haven't delved into it enough to actually like put out a scientific paper on it or anything, but it does seem to me that there is something correspondence that he's talking about there. So now I try to go 5.5, 6 weeks, and then I flip. But I still keep it low, man. I start training instantly. As soon as I can, I start training. That's because, like I said, I'm used to growing in such a small area. Like growing up, I had to grow underneath my stairs, and that's not very tall. So I had to make do with what I had. So I start training early, and I keep things low, and still small plants.
This clip was brought to you by AC Infinity. Use discount code MrGrowit15 to save on any of their gardening products.